I mean, I've done target practice in the past. I'm pretty good at it. If there's two of them, it's even better. One more thing about my dad that I forgot to say in the last video that really pushed me to the fucking edge was I was doing this project with some buddies, music related, and I needed my dad to film something for it, right? Or we always needed a helping hand. We needed somebody else to help film. And he said, doing this, just because he didn't like the style of, it's all to do with the style of music. He is so hell-bent on, if it wasn't made in the 60s, it's terrible. But just because of that, he didn't like the music, and, that's really it. He said it would be humiliating. Like, so, the way he talks in a way to make you feel, like, absolutely terrible about yourself. He said, I don't want to do that. That'd be humiliating. Like, wow, what a thing to say to your child. Like, your son's asking you to help with something that means a lot to him, that's important to him, he's working hard on, You say it would be humiliating. Like, that's such a horrible fucking thing to say. But, oh well. It's me, so it doesn't matter, right? Oh, man, have I got a tale for y'all today. So in late 2018 into summer, into fall, well, okay, let's just, 2019, pre-fucking COVID, I was trying to get my own place, and I had a caseworker who was helping me get on that fucking Section 8 list. And it took, you wait like a fucking year to even, to get to you, and then I get this list. After waiting an eternity, I get this little list of like barely 15 phone numbers and names, right? Okay, so over half of them don't answer the phone. One of them is like, oh, I got this place on top of my garage, over my workshop, yeah. I'd point out, I'm trying to remember, yeah, one people we went to on when I was living with somebody else, and we'll get to that. But when I was living with someone, their relative was helping me drive to meet my caseworker at this apartment, and I couldn't find it. Now, things between me and my mom had gotten so bad. I don't remember exactly when my dad went to jail, but I know, like, it had to have already been by this point. And my brother was in the Army, so my mom was like, I want me out of here too, so she can just have the place to herself, and she just didn't want to deal with me just being there. It's the insane thing, and we'll get to this also, but like, complete irrational screaming banshee over literally anything. Like, it got so bad with my mom. This is when she was locking me out of the house, chasing me around the neighborhood in her car when I wasn't doing the fucking thing. She just went ballistic. This was one of her worst years ever. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Midlife crisis, menopause, I don't know. Something. But I needed to be gone. Like, I needed to get away from her. And it was so bad that when I was in the car with this person looking for this apartment, I was so upset. It was hitting me so hard of like how badly I need to get out and find a place, and it was just getting really hard, and it just hit me, and I just started bawling. I absolutely, just out of nowhere, just started crying, fucking sobbing. And in all complete honesty, I don't think I've cried, now that I think about it truly, like, I don't think I've cried that hard since then. I also haven't cried. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It was just like numb and dead to the pain. But yeah, it was bad because it was just thinking like, I'm not going to be able to find this place. That's another chance lost. I'm going to be stuck in that house with her. And So we find this, eventually, that doesn't matter, we found the place, it didn't work out, but whatever. I'm just saying, to put it into perspective, it was that bad, that it would affect me that much, that would happen, because that doesn't just happen. Eventually, so we find this place for, the crackheads and the lowest income people. There was this little building. I guess it used to be a candy shop or something, is what I kept hearing way back in the day. And now, also, Jeffrey Epstein at this point just happened, meaning, anyone who didn't know who he was before knows who the fuck he is now. It just happened. And this is the thing, the disturbing thing was we go to this building to check this apartment out. The landlord comes out. Or owner of the building, he looked exactly fucking like him. I swear to Christ, this guy who owned this building and was the landlord, whatever, in charge, looked a spitting photo by photo image of Jeffrey Epstein. It was really fucking creepy. And so I remember him taking me up and showing me the apartment and the caseworkers there. I had, and it's so fucked up in retrospect, I had the biggest fucking smile on my face. I was happy. Like, my cheeks hurt from smiling so much. I'm just like happy I'm gonna get a place, because everything was fine. Everything was going good. Of course, it was a terrible place there, but none of that matters when you're first looking and you need out. But it was one room with a closet with like a fucking cardboard door with nails sticking out of it. The walls are all paper thin, and then a kitchen where you enter and you're in this kitchen room, and then there's a little bathroom, and then there's the room, and that's it. That is fucking it. But so I moved into this place, right? I was so excited and happy. I didn't tell my mom where the fuck, I didn't tell her the address, nothing. Just moved out, and I invited three or four other kids to come over that I knew at that time, and we got pizza, and I say kids, we were fucking, everyone was older than me. I was 19. Yeah, I was 19 and 20, 21, whatever. And I have to point that out, probably. So we sleep over. I'm all excited. I'm fucking hanging my posters up. I'm putting my masks up. The morning after, so the first night, the morning, I see a little bug in the carpet crawling around. I never saw a bed bug in person before in my life. I'm like, crush. Think nothing of it. Then I see another one. In the following 2-3 days, I see another one and another one and another one. I'm like, and I look it up on the internet. Yeah, these are bed bugs. I tell my caseworker, I start collecting them in a cup. I got like 10 in a cup, a styrofoam cup. So we go to the Section 8 office, right? The inspector, this old fuck. I mean, he wasn't an asshole. The only time he was ever an asshole, having an asshole vibe, was this specific moment. Telling him that there's bed bugs there. This is what he does. So he's like, well, I had gotten down on my hands and knees on the carpet, and I looked for them, and I didn't see anything. Okay, hold on a second. Stop the rails right there. Hit the brakes. So first thing, why did you have to get on your hands and knees and check for bed bugs? Does that mean that this building's had that issue before? And you're still renting it out? Clearly it still has that issue. So, problem wasn't solved. And number two, are you calling me a fucking liar? Why would I lie? I was bawling in tears, crying my eyes out because of how badly I wanted to get away from my mother. And I finally got a place, and I had the biggest smile on my face, and I had a party with pizza and friends over because I'm so happy about it. Why would I then lie that there's bed bugs in it? Please explain that to me. And it was funny, though, because none of that, comebacks and logic and reasoning like that don't pop up into my head in response to something somebody says to me till a week later. But all I did was, I had that cup with me, I just set it right there on the counter. He picked it up, looked, and that was it. Not lying, am I? He immediately changed his tune like that. And the only thing they ever did was send the exterminator over. This little, 5 foot tall guy who's 70 something years old to spray it. And I got to take all my shit out, all my stuff, my cat, figure out what the hell and he goes in there and does that. And then when I go back and within a day, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Don't want to jump the shark too yet in the story, but yeah, the problem when he came over and sprayed or whatever about 5 times, it certainly wasn't going to work. There was a lady, like a secretary or whatever, a door lady or something. This building, it was 2 floors of apartments, and then the downstairs, and it was like a workshop or an office or something. He did stuff there, the Jeffrey Epstein looking guy, but he had this lady, this huge, round, big fucking fat lady, worked at this desk, and she had short Dora the Explorer hair. And I kept reporting them to them. I kept I'm finding bed bugs. What's going on here? And this lady tried to play it off that I was bringing them in myself. And she said to me that they don't come through the wall. They can't go through the walls and the cracks and stuff. They can't go through the cracks and stuff. I don't know where you're getting that from. Are you fucking kidding me? They're microscopic. They can get through fucking anything. Vents. The walls are paper fucking thin. I mean, the one of the first few nights I lived there, I heard this bitch above me, bang, 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 at 8 a.m, hammering a painting in. And I remember this cunt above me, she really was. She was out of her fucking mind. She was a crackhead. Somebody showed me, I don't know how they found it. There was an arrest record for her for crack and drugs. She had drugs. And she would constantly walking back and forth above me. Constantly. Because she was fucking methed out of her fucking head. But she would have her phone. It had to have been on the floor. Because her phone would vibrate every fucking morning at 7 o'clock, that it would be in my dream, and that would in turn wake me up. The vibrating zzz, 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 would be on the floor, on her phone on the floor, so it's right above where I'm sleeping, that it would be in my dream, and it would end up manipulate, you hear shit while you're sleeping, it goes into your fucking dream, and then I'd wake up, and I'd open the fucking phone again. Oh. Yeah, she was out of her mind, because I went up to tell her, you gotta stop these things, and she would just blah, 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 blah. She was never mean, but she would just blah, 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 she was in another hemisphere. She was gone. There was nothing there. But that's a different story. But where are we at here? So yeah, apparently bugs can't go through cracks and walls and vents and shit. I guess any reason to make it not their fault, to make it my fault, because everything is my fault. That will be a reoccurring theme in every video I could possibly make. Everything's my fault, 100%. Eventually, I remember, one day I got so sick of it, and I put a bed bug in a Ziploc bag, and I went down to her office and I threw it at her, and she threw the biggest fucking fit and threatened to call the police. Like, you fucking lard ass cunt. We're living with them up here. Oh, I should have got 100 of them and just right on her head. Like, what, could you imagine, like, you are doing nothing for the people you're getting money from to stop, to get rid of the bed bugs, and then you throw a giant fit that someone throws one at you. I mean, are you telling me they never saw them down in their fucking workshop, whatever the fuck it was down there? Are you kidding me? There's no fucking way. Eventually, because I was constantly on the phone with Section 8. The people that are supposed to help you. For anybody who doesn't know, Section 8 is like something to help. In a nutshell, it's to help poorer people or low-income people or people on disability, this, that, and the other, get housing affordable, easier. They pay for a portion of it for you and shit, so of the rent. So I was on the phone with these people, and they didn't care. That, like, I don't understand. Like, did the inspector not, that guy that I showed the cup of them to, not go around and say, look, this really is a real issue? No one believed me. I took videos. I had pictures. And, but this was what set it off. And I feel like I'm forgetting a couple things I'm trying to remember. But I was on the phone with this, who was a woman who was supposedly my caseworker through Section 8. The other caseworker I had that helped me to begin with was something else. And I could hear her rolling her eyes through the phone, like so annoyed, so disgusted, so repulsed that I'm bothering her with this. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to live in a place infested with bed bugs. I'm sorry. Your job is to help me. This should not be permitted to be rented out to people. What? Am I living in some kind of simulation? This can't be real. This can't be real life. But it was. She transferred me. This is where a person made their top 3 list for me. And it's a list that you really don't want to be on. Everything comes together in the end. And so I get on the phone with Kathi. Now, Kathi is the lead woman in this Section 8 housing program, whatever. I had a meeting with her and like 15 other people in the same boat as me to discuss how the program works and all that shit before you get put on the list to wait a year. I think it was over a year. I don't remember that, but so she instantly comes barking on the phone. You need to leave my employees alone. We told you at the meeting that you can't go anywhere for a year. You got the lease. Vagina exploding blood like the elevator doors opening in The Shining. Eyes turning white, head spinning around. Fucking, she hasn't been laid in 10 years. Just this nasty, vicious, vile, sadistic, twisted witch. Whew! God! I don't know how. I just don't. The whole situation still, 6 years later, just blows my mind. Just completely. These people are meant to help you. These people are meant to, it's the whole thing. Is to be there to help, get things sorted out. I say, this place has bed bugs. Her response, after I brought a cup in to show that guy, he knew. Exterminators being sent over multiple times. I have pictures and videos. Her response is, no, it doesn't. say, yes, it does. And she's like, why'd you sign a paper that said they were gone when the exterminators left? Oh, so you acknowledge the exterminators came over to deal with the bed bug. Why are we not making sense here? Where are we going off the track? So I said, I didn't sign it saying they were gone. So that's what he had me sign whenever he would come over. And then he'd have to come right back. And she was like, do not raise your voice to me. Do not raise your voice to me. I'll be raising a hell of a lot more than my voice to you if I ever had my hands on you, woman. People don't understand that I have the self-control of Mother Teresa. And if anyone ever thinks that they saw me at my worst or saw me lose control, I promise you, you only saw 5%. So she hangs up on me. She cuts my support from Section 8 off. Meaning that they're no longer going to pay half my rent. Before I even knew that, I got a letter from the landlord saying, we were notified that Section 8 is not paying your full rent anymore. You're going to have to pay the full amount or leave. Because they willingly rented out a place they knew had bed bugs, lying to me, saying, oh, they don't come through walls. Where are you getting that from? Saying I'm a liar when I have proof. I get punished because I want to move out of this bedbug infested apartment. And in the process of moving out, the fat bitch downstairs, who's the one in charge of the money, like the Epstein guy was never even there. I don't know, he just collecting the rent from everybody and being on his way. But she tried to say that I didn't pay rent for one of the months. And normally, especially back then, I didn't keep track of shit. I didn't keep shit. Why the fuck would I? Why? I don't give a shit. I throw everything out. I don't need nothing. But surprisingly, at that, somehow, I was keeping the whatever stubs that would come off the checks or money orders, whatever I got from my bank to pay it, I would keep the slip that it came with. Like you got a check and you got a piece of paper you can remove along the dotted line, and that's some kind of record, whatever. I kept them. And this was when my mom came to defend me, and she went up to that fucking bitch and she let her have it. That was one of the greatest moments of her. She tore into that woman about everything. And the funny thing was, seemingly, he was, I don't remember how we know this. I just know it, but I don't remember how or from what or why or what. But Epstein's, the landlord guy that looked like Epstein, his dad was there. I don't remember how I know it was his dad, but it was his dad. And he's this old guy, and he's just standing there, he's just laughing. As my mom's ripping into that bitch, he's just like snickering, he's just laughing. He's like, this is entertaining. It was. But thank God I kept that fucking slip. It turned out that when the exterminator and the inspector from Section 8 finally got together and went up into the other people's apartments, I'm trying to remember. It's like I think about Kathi. I think about Kathi a lot, but I don't think about the situation as a whole often. There's so 2018 to 2024, basically, mainly 2018 to 2022, mainly those like count like 5 years, I don't think about. And like a massive thick fucking cloud has fogged over all of that shit. And I really don't remember shit. Because I just don't think about it. I'm trying to remember. I think like as I was moving out, the exterminator and inspector came over to like finally go through the building. And they went into somebody's room upstairs, lifted up a blanket, and found thousands of them. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. So they were coming from there, going down into everybody else's apartments. Because, you know, like, but Kathi said,
No, there isn't. There isn't any there. There's no bed bugs, you stupid fucking teenager. You're just trying to get a free pass and get out.
After I was crying because I needed a place so bad, I'm trying to get out of here as soon as I move in. That makes so much sense, right? I didn't even know that's what the bugs were when I saw the first one. And I was so paranoid after that for a long time. Like, after I was out of there, like, I was so paranoid that I, you know, very fucking paranoid. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I really don't. I'm trying hard to think. But yeah, Gino, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Like, fuck, man. You know, that's where I lost trust in people. You know, it's my first experience, fresh off 18 years old. I'm 19. You know, I'm 18 or I'm the age from the previous year for over half the year. You know, the first 6.5 months, or more than half a year, 6.5 months. I'm, you know, the age from previous years. So I'm 18, and I've only been 19 for like 3 months or something. All these people surrounding me supposed to help me and only hurt me. It was an unwinnable battle. One of many that I've faced. It's like, you know, the bitch downstairs telling me they can't go through cracks in walls and shit. They're paper thin walls. You got the landlord at first not believing me, thinking the inspector thinking I'm making it up at first. Then you got the lead cunt, Kathi, telling me no, there isn't. The caseworker not giving a shit. Like, holy shit. This can't be reality. But it was. The funny thing is, and it's bizarre, it took so long. Now, I don't remember when it happened. I want to say like 2023 maybe, but I could be wrong. That building burned the fuck down. I think it was when I was in North Dakota that it happened, because my boy told me about it, and I was like, there's no fucking way. And then he showed me proof. So you can't say it was me, because I wasn't even in the state when it happened. Yeah, I'm surprised it took so long, but certainly reduced the bedbug population in that city. So that's gone. It is gone. When I went back, I went and danced around on the bricks, on the ashes, kicked them around. So yeah, that was the story of Kathi in the bedbug land. Good times. I got some juicy shit to discuss, but it's gonna be spaced out. I'm such a broken individual. But who gives a shit?